Y'all are special, man. I tell you what, you get 3 videos out of me in like 2 days, I think. um, Sitting here thinking, I got a lot of videos or a lot of things that I always want to put on some video, but it's just a weird time to be in, I guess, right now, because you ask yourself, there's a lot of things going on, right? That people are going to argue. Are they unconstitutional? Are they constitutional? I guess I would just like to just point out an observation and maybe try not to take a side, but I guess it's kind of impossible. But so they're looking at banning trannies from owning guns. People would say that's unconstitutional. I'm sure all of a sudden the Supreme Court and everybody else, all lawmakers, are all of a sudden going to be all constitutional. Everybody's going to be talking about the Constitution, and then they're going to be reinforcing that the Second Amendment. You know, it's almost weird too, kind of in a way, because say Trump tries to do it, and then like the Democrats and everybody else go so hard to say like the Second Amendment is like, you know, like the Second Amendment is supposed to be. It's supposed to be what? Unambiguous. It's supposed to be total. It's supposed to be all the way. It's supposed to be no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? It's almost kind of like could be a win either. I don't think trannies should be able to have guns. I don't think that if you're filling a fucking piece of paper out already and you're clearly mentally ill, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I guess fucking lawyers and everybody else is going to know better than us. But if you could clearly see that somebody is mentally ill, do you have an obligation to sell them a firearm or deny them? I would think that you would have the obligation or the option at least, right? If it's going to be your name on the FFL and all that kind of good stuff, and you're selling a gun to a clearly mentally fucking ill person. Now, maybe some of these trannies hide it better than others. Maybe they'll try to start like straightening out, and then they'll go get their gun, then they'll put their tranny outfit back on. But let me know. What up, little bro? What up, Arshawn? What up, Nayara? I speak really well, yes. I try. Cheers. So, I don't know, man. Is it a loss? Is it unconstitutional? I'll leave that for the people in the comments to argue about. Is it unconstitutional for trannies to lose their gun rights? I would say, I guess, if I was being all the way principled and like you didn't commit no crime, that even though you look like a fucking goofball, that obviously your Second Amendment can't just be voided, right? Constitutionally, even if we don't like it. But would like to see trannies not allowed to buy guns? Hell yeah. I don't give a fuck. So maybe I'm getting older. Maybe I'm getting into my boomer phase. And what up, Americans Against Bush? What up, David S? What up, Songs? So that's my opinion on that. And it's almost the same thing with this whole National Guard thing in the cities. Actually, my opinion on the National Guard going into cities and Trump trying to, you know, send in federal forces and all this is actually kind of even more of the same when it comes to the tranny gun stuff. And people can argue that it's unconstitutional all day long, and I'm by the book, man. I love the Constitution every day of my life. I love it. I love what it is. But don't you think also, and let me know if I'm missing a point here, there's got to be a point there that you're missing, that the Constitution is like maybe wasn't foreseeing, maybe it is in there, maybe I just don't know about it. But if the city, county, and state government is not going to take care of their citizens, if they're going to make it impossible for their citizens to just live, do you think that I would ask yourself an easy question. Okay, and life's not fair. That's what you'll say. But do you think it's fucking fair that people in, say, Chicago or LA or any of these places You know, say they are, it's a, I mean, it is a war zone. These people have to live in these war zones. Their kids have to live in these war zones. People have to grow up in these war zones. It's like if you raised a kid in jail, what would you have? You would have an animal on the other side. You would not get somebody, you would not raise somebody in a jail or somewhere like real violent, right? And expect that that citizen or whatever's going to prosper and this, that, and the other. I mean, we can't even go into like, I mean, we could go into test scores and all that. I mean, but places like Chicago are totally annihilated. Infrastructure, you know, high amount of illegal aliens, war zones, just war zones, flat out war zones. All the voting is rigged. These people can't vote their way out. They can't. I mean, it's always been very easy for me to say a lot of years that just pack up and move, just pack up and move. And man, it's hard. If you could do it, I would say before COVID or even, I mean, there's been times and space and times where you could do it. But right now, I mean, fucking shit is expensive for you to make these moves. For somebody, say, on like the south side or the west side of Chicago to fucking put together a plan to get out of Chicago. I mean, they're paying more up there, right? But they're probably in the project, so they're probably not paying a whole lot. You know, they're in government housing or they're in HUD housing. You get those certificates of eligibility and all that crazy shit, and then like you live in the slums and you barely pay anything, if you pay anything at all. What else we got in here? I'm just reading comments. But so I kind of feel the same way thing about the National Guard and Trump sending fools in there to straighten that shit out. I am not pro criminal, not even at the expense of the Constitution or whatever, however we want to frame this argument. I am not pro criminal at the expense of the American dream for black folks on the west side and the south side of Chicago. Those are the two sides I know that are bad. I don't know the other sides. I think the north side's the nice side or something. I don't know. But I went to boot camp up there in Great Lakes, and I know about the west side and the south side. So that's not cool, man. That's not cool. These people, they shouldn't have to send their kids into schools that are subpar bullshit. You know, they should not. I get it. The state is the one that's doing that. But if Pritzker and Johnson and people of their ilk are locked into this Democrat machine that they're locked into, where even if the people of Chicago want to change it, they can't change it because everything is rigged. You have to know, and if you don't know, I'm explaining to you right now, Chicago is one of the most corrupt cities in the whole country by a long shot, and one of the most corrupt countries in the world. Chicago is probably in the top, it has to be in the top 5 most corrupt cities in the whole world. It is extremely corrupt. It's like a place like Memphis, you know, where, excuse me, LA, San Francisco, the same thing, where the people are so dug in, the Democrats control everything. They control all the voting, they control all the levers of power. And the people of those places, the only choice that those people have, honestly, and we're talking about it, is they got to get out of there. They have to get out of there. They have to pack up and they have to move. They have to go to better places that reflect their views and just let that place cannibalize itself. And I think that's really what's a lot is happening. I mean, there's not a lot of people. You think there's a lot of patriotic people left in these big cities? COVID was such a thing, man. It split the population. So, I mean, everybody with a brain and a dime in their pocket saw what was happening and they got the fuck out of Dodge. So the people that stayed behind are the people that want to be there and the people that just absolutely cannot get out. And I feel bad for those people. And so that's why I say, if Trump wants to send in the guard or whoever he's going to send in there to stop the killing, I mean, oh fucking well, you can argue it in the courts. I don't really give a fuck. Argue it in the fucking courts. I don't really give a fuck, but I don't think any American should have to live in a war zone. What kind of fucking country do we live in? I mean, I get it. I do get it that from state to state, city to city, all that is if it is the will of the people that people voted for XYZ, and that is being reflective in the policies and procedures in said town, city, or whatever, then that makes sense. But then there's places that are total fucking war zones that are totally hijacked. Chicago is totally hijacked. I couldn't say a whole bunch of other cities that I know for sure are hijacked. I'd say like LA, San Francisco, New York, Memphis, for sure. I would say, what is that, 4? I would say that those 4 cities are extremely corrupt. Vegas is right up there too. Vegas is like right up there. But these places are corrupt. The police forces are corrupt. The police commissioners, captains, all that shit. The police chiefs, all them fools are corrupt. All the politicians in these places are corrupt. All the way from the tiniest little spots like the alderman up to the mayor, up to the state governor, through and through, ripe with corruption. Michigan's another one. Whitmer and basically everybody under her and everybody in Michigan. Now they're gonna have Arabic on their police patches. Like, dude, there's so much pain coming, and I just don't think motherfuckers know. And I think the least of our worries is that Trump's gonna send the fucking. I see Da Boo Boo on there. He's trying to Jade Helm and scare. He's just like a fear porn motherfucker. Like, the federal government has their fucking hands full so much. It's so toast. In my opinion, it's so toast. They're barely hanging on. They're just trying to fucking weave and dodge and try to make every day their best, because we're going right back to the same bullshit in 3 years, but worse. Like, Trump's doing everything through executive order, so all the next piece of shit that has to come in has to do is just do a bunch of more executive orders. So what up, Miss B Stacy? How you doing? Missed you. How you been? What up, HD? What up, D-Boy Santana? And I would leave, and I'm not a damn constitutional attorney, lawyer. I try to study the Constitution as much as I can, but, can I sit here and say for sure, idle time, that it's constitutional or it's not, and get your back on that? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I mean, I get it. If the governor doesn't want them there, the constitutional power, is to override. Can he? I mean, they're doing it in the courts. They'll battle it, but I don't give a fuck if it was constitutional or not. I don't think it's all right that a bunch of people in these cities are being murdered. Their kids are being murdered. I mean, again, life is not fair, but here, I'm out in the fucking sticks, and like, people just live civilized. Shit's normal. It's like a time machine. It's like before everything went haywire. But then I could drive, I want to say Chicago's probably 8 hours from me. I can drive up 8 hours north and be in Chirac, in fucking Chirac. So, I'm not mad. I mean, I've been calling out everything that I think that is good, bad about Trump. The Epstein thing, he continues to blow it. But on these 2 subjects of the trans not being able to own guns, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. If you're going to get me in a room and make me be constitutional all the way and hold my feet to the fire, obviously there's got to be some, I'm guessing you have to be clinically tried or something to be mentally unfit. But I think if a FFL is going to sell somebody a gun, and they're clearly, I've been in the gun store, right? I lived in North Las Vegas on the north side. In Northtown, I go in there to buy guns, and black fools would go in there smelling like weed, like crazy, like blown, like you just blew a blunt in the car, and then you go in to try to buy a gun, and the dudes will turn you away. You know what I mean? It's their FFL. It's their stuff to, you know what I mean? So clearly, I think just on that fact that, trannies shouldn't be able to get guns, you could clearly see somebody's mentally ill. I already talked about this, but some other people jumped in. Um, so I don't think trannies should be able to have guns. At the very least, I don't think FFL should be risking their FFL when they can clearly see that somebody's a fucking man dressed as a woman, you know? And they try to make it seem like this whole, like it's funny about the trans thing. They try to make it seem like there's all these girls in line to cut off their tits. Okay. I mean, I guess there's a handful, right? But this is all really revolves around in everything. The big whole, enchilada to eat is that dudes, freak ass dudes who are got issues. We all got issues, but motherfuckers got super duper issues that are fucked up in the head. They are dudes and they want to be chicks. Whether they want to commit and cut off the torpedo, if they want to cut the torpedo off all the way, or if they just want to get some breast implants and still have their Johnson. Either way, they're fucking mentally ill and they do not need to be having firearms. So that's my stance on that, whether it's constitutional or not. Oh, I'm so close to Memphis. I'm 3 hours from Memphis, so we go into Memphis. It's really gotten bad in probably like the last year or so. So like, I wouldn't recommend going into Memphis anytime soon. But man, during COVID when Memphis was our playground. We had a great time in Memphis. Memphis is a place, if you ever do want to visit, it's got one of the dopest Bass Pro Shops, but you got to have a pistol in your pocket or on you, whatever. But I always say pistol in my pocket. But yeah, you always want to have a pistol in your pocket in Memphis. What up, bikes? Give everyone guns, even trannies. I wouldn't give no trannies no guns. If I was FFL, I wouldn't risk my FFL on that anyways. If I seen a dude dressed as a chick come in trying to buy a gun. But hell no. Don't know what dope they got you on. You're supposed to put that shit on the paperwork too if you're doped out, so. But yeah, so that's my opinion on the National Guard thing and the tranny losing guns thing. Trying to think if there's anything else out there. Obviously the Epstein thing I've went over and over and over again. I don't really care. I've just been talking about it so much. It's just like talking into the wind. But stuff's good, man. Stuff's really good. Arkansas is a whole nother animal, I'll tell you that much. Whole nother animal. Look at these hoes. It's a nice day out, I know that much. We are like, we're T-minus countdown, like less than a week. I'm out of here. Out of the old heifer into the new heifer. So we're in motion here and it's awesome. It's just been great. So all I know is that everything has involved a whole lot of praying because man, buying a house is like, so far I was just trying to think of something worse. I mean, sitting in the DMV all day in Las Vegas would probably be worse than buying a house, but I don't know. I'd probably rather sit in the DMV for one day than have to sit through 30, it's probably been 40 days now, 40 days of trying to put the offer in, get the counter offer, get the inspection, put in another counter offer, accept the offer. What else? Inspection, appraisal, paperwork, show your whole life. I don't know if I don't know if it's and I don't know this because somebody could tell me, but from everybody I talk to, currently, if you were buying a house, you have to give your whole life away. Like, you have to show them all your bank statements, you have to show them all your tax returns, you have to show them there's nothing that they don't look at. And so has it always been like that? Let me know. I don't know. But it's been a fucking nightmare. It's been a total nightmare. I mean, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna give the people that helped me out a big hug and a kiss. You know what I mean? Buy them a bottle of whiskey. You know, the lender, the real estate agent, he ain't do shit, so I'm not gonna get him nothing. But the lender, I'm trying to think who else. Probably just the lender. You know, and then my boss because okay, it's always been that way. All right, Liberty, what's up, man? But so what I'm gonna do now, once I get into the house, we get all that, and then when I sell this property, I'm buying a property down there in Florida. So I'm gonna step from one fire into a half fire because I mean I'm not gonna buy a house down there. I'm not gonna buy a house. I'm gonna do what I did down here or up here, get land and slowly build up till I got my own spot down there. And then also have a spot to stay when I come down and when I'm just down there in the wintertime and I don't have to get a hotel or nothing. And then once I get it going, Airbnb it or whatever while I'm not down there. But I'm telling you right now, and Liberty already knows, Florida is in my book, and people can argue with me, it's right there. It's like I have Arkansas and I have Florida. I have 1 and 1A. And the only thing that Arkansas ends up being 1 and then Florida ends up being 1A is because, you know, I can run to the hills. I can run to the mountains up up here, you know. So there is some spots down there I'm looking at that, you know, are forested. I want to be in the woods, whatever spot I get. So there's good prices. I'm telling you right now, if you got the will, if you got the money, all that, there is incredibly cheap, big acreage in Florida. I don't know where you're looking, but I know where I'm looking. And where I'm looking, you know, I'm up on land. I'm the panhandle man, okay? I don't fuck around with South Florida. I've been all through there. I've been through South Florida. Let me get a titty on camera. Watch out. I've been all through South Florida. I've been through all over Florida, and I love it all. I do love it all. My whole thing is I don't like to fly. I only like to drive, and fucking driving from the top of Florida to the middle of Florida or the bottom of Florida, hell no. So yeah, hurricanes are nothing, man. I've been through so many hurricanes. Hurricanes are fucking fun. I remember we got I want to say it was Hurricane Isabel. We got hit in Norfolk when I was in the military, and I had duty, and I had to stay. They evacuate. Everybody else could evacuate, and I had duty, so I had to stay in town. And I'm kind of glad I didn't evacuate. I didn't really have anywhere to evacuate to. I guess I could have went up to like some family's house in Delaware or something, but instead, man, we fucking barbecued. I lost a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I lost a Jeep Grand Cherokee down by the boardwalk. Got a bunch of salt water in that sucker and it was done. And then we were up to like almost like probably like armpit high seawater and trucking through to try to get back. Oh man. And I was being a looky-loo. I was out there. I was like, oh, I got a 4x4 Jeep. Fuck it, I don't care. I didn't know shit when I was a kid, but hurricanes are fun. We didn't have no power for like a week. Barbecued all week. It was rough. I think if I would have been a prepper back then, though, I would have just been so sad. But yeah, hurricanes are they're cool, man. They're not. I mean, the cool thing about hurricanes is you just get so much warning that you could choose to stay or just choose to get the fuck out. And I mean, if you lose everything and you're insured, it's kind of like, hey, you know. I bet you nobody in Florida has guns because every hurricane, they're always gone. They're all gone. They're all gone. So, yeah, Florida is my man. Florida is my. I just love it, man. There's just the sun down there. I mean, my thing is to be in Florida in like November, December, January, maybe even February. Some of them months could be, you can get a little cold spell, but for the most part, I'm talking my area, Pensacola. For the most part, the weather's decent. You can always swim in the Gulf. You can swim in the Gulf like almost year round. I've been in there in January and been swimming in the Gulf. It was a little chilly, but it wasn't bad, man. It was like getting baptized. So I am a Florida man stuck in Arkansas land. But I would always, and my wife, she would never leave Arkansas, not permanently. I mean, I'd have to have a nice pad down there in Florida, I think. But my wife, man, she's a Arkansas woman. We had an Arkansas baby, and some fool moved out here from California the other day and inspected his house. I think it was yesterday, the day before. He said, I lost my accent. He said, it only took you 5 years to lose your accent. I said, I lost my accent? He said, yeah. I said, man, I ask my dad that all the time. Have I lost my Vegas accent? My dad always tells me no. So this guy was like, nah, you're fucked up. He said, you fucked up. Oh, I gotta get a refill. I got a little bit of battery, so I'm gonna go. Hold on, let me put this little low battery on first. Yeah, so I'm excited. I can't even see the comments. I gotta look at the comments here. I'm so excited, man. I've never been so fucking nervous in such a long time. I tried everything for 3 years to build a house here, and fuck trying to build a house. I think if I had the money to build a house, I would still just go find the nicest house. Like, I would just still go buy a house. And after what I've been through for 3 fucking years, I am done. I will never try to build a house. I might try to build a shop or something, um, close to the house or something. But what's up? Look at all these bitches. You gotta look at all these bitches. Look at all these hoes. Egg laying. Come here. Hey, psst, come here. I got a snack for you. This one right here, the dog like chewed all up the other day. She's my oldest. She's 3 years old. She likes to jump out in the morning, and she knows that dog's out there, and she don't care. She's like wants to die. Where's these other ones? This is probably my second oldest right here. She's 2 years old. And then these are all young. Look at this. That's a Bantam. That's a Bantam. That's a Bantam rooster. Look at all that stupid meat on his head. This should be a Jersey Giant. I bought 4 of them. I bought 2 of them, and she gave me 2 other black ass chickens that were huge. So I always get, kind of some type of not totally committing. It's got to be a Jersey Giant still. I think she fucked up and gave me 4 Jersey Giants. That's what I always. Here's another Bantam. And these girls, they lay little tiny eggs that are pretty good. They're really good, actually. And these, like this big yellow one, they're supposed to be broody. So, got the rooster. I don't know if the Bantam rooster can impregnate the bigger birds. Somebody let me know. I know a lot about chickens, but I do not know that. Can that little rooster right there, he's humping all the hens all the time. But can he fertilize and knock up those eggs and get more chickens? And then when those chickens come out, are they going to be like Bantam devil mix? Or are they just going to be whatever the mama bird is? Somebody hit me with some knowledge here. Man, one of these days I'm going to catch you down there, bro. Where are you at again? I forget. It wasn't Orlando or St. Pete. Was it St. Pete? I feel like it was Orlando or St. Pete. I feel like it was St. Pete. I love Florida, man. And I've sometimes I get jealous. I'm like, Brooksville. Let me Google that. Hold on, let me Google. Let me see where that's at. Nice. I see where that's at. It's nice. So you're a Gulf man then. The Atlantic Ocean sucks. Virginia Beach is nice. Virginia Beach and the Maryland Beach. Whoa. Virginia Beach and Maryland Beach is good. I was not impressed by the South Carolina beach. It was clean, but it was like, I don't know, man. The Atlantic's colder, and it's just kind of like, Up around Virginia and Chesapeake and all that, or Chesapeake Bay and all that, it's pretty good. I know in Chesapeake Bay it's pretty dirty, but Unicologist Enabler, Enelbeyer. So, man, we're about to boot scoop boogie, and I'm fucking stoked, and I'm just, I just been living every minute, man, trying to anyways. Start getting older, and you start thinking like, fuck, dude, I'm getting older, and shit sucks. I guess I'm still at a good number. I guess I should still be good for a little bit, but 43 is feeling like, damn, man, I wish I was in my 30s. I wish I was 38. 38, 39, give me those two back. But Paul Wall, Wiz, England. I've been to England before. I've been to Portsmouth. I've been to P-Town. Oh, this dog wants to get out. All the chickens are up. All right, I'll let you out. Here he comes. Here comes the pain. You gotta let the chickens know this fool's coming. Here comes the pain. Get them. Go get the chickens. Eat them all. If you catch any, they're free. Hey, don't go out that fucking door, dumb. Get your ass back in there, you stupid bitches. They're gonna run out the yard just because he's coming in like hot tomato. Is that all of them? Yeah, man. Yeah, and like the property tax going away, if that ends up happening, I mean, who the fuck's gonna vote against that, right? DeSantis is putting that up for the people to vote. Who the fuck is gonna vote for still having to pay property tax? Who's gonna vote for that? Only fucking idiots. So there's gotta be no way that Florida has no, you know what I mean? And that alone, those two right there, not having to fucking stick your kids, there's a lot of other good things going on in Florida, but that and, watch out, dog. Oh, the vax stuff and the property tax. I mean, there's no state income tax. There's no retirement tax. Florida is awesome. It gets hurricanes, yeah, but fucking, I think people think like Florida gets hurricane, the whole state gets hurricanes all the time. No, it's like, it's so random, and some places get demolished, and if you're in the way, then, they got to get that insurance thing fixed. They got to get the fucking homeowners insurance or whatever the fuck's going on down there. They got to get that fixed. But other than that, man, moves, it's smart to make moves. And I talked about it like yesterday, I think. Smart to make moves in Florida. Sunshine. I like hot. So I don't fucking complain about hot. If that keeps people away, good, But you got the water. It's nice year round. You got all these policies and stuff that are awesome, and Florida's the shit, man. So yeah, we're gonna and DeSantis is cool. I always liked DeSantis. I didn't like him running for president when he had no business, and he's kind of weird when he was running for president. I feel like it's like much more of a normal guy. Much more of a normal guy being just governor, I don't really think he should endorse his wife running either. I don't know about that. So, I don't know. I rambled on a lot longer than I thought I would, but battery's fading to die.
But I just had some thoughts on some shit, man. I thought I'd throw it out there because I know they're hot topics right now. I know people are getting all fucking steamed up about trans people getting banned from owning guns. You know, I've seen that. People are all upset. You know, people are less upset about the National Guard. It looks like the people want the National Guard to go to these violent cities, but obviously the mayors and the governors don't. So, holy moly, dude. Fucking fur missile, huh? Are you like Belgian Malinois? Is that what you are? Yeah, man. Everybody stay safe out there. Fucking crank up the energy. If you're gonna make money, right now is the time to make money. I know shit's still fucked up, but under Trump, just like last time, this is the time to make money. If you're in sales or something, it's fucking awesome. You know, people are at least optimistic. People want to be optimistic. People naturally want to be optimistic. People naturally want to spend money. People naturally want to be doing better than they were, you know, a month ago or last year ago. So fucking get into sales, make some fucking money. The money's here. Pop out babies, you know, fucking get your girl, bust a nut, make babies. If you're having problems making babies, I don't know, you're gonna have to work on it, but fucking make babies, man. Babies and money. Just make babies and money and property. That's what it's about right now. Head down, nose to the grindstone, marching forward, money, babies, land. That should be your fucking goal. You want to I'm done talking about prepping. I'm done talking about all this. All this stuff is going to carry you in prepping and complete your resume anyways, but money, babies and land. You need to get all three of those. You got to have the money to have the babies and get the land. So the money is going to be number one, but get the fucking money. The money is out there right now. I closed one today that was, I would have never thought I would have ever closed. I've poo-pooed it 100 times because I was like, man, they don't spend no money. Well, today they wanted to spend some money. So get out there, be optimistic, pray, man, pray. The Lord makes everything possible. Get off me, damn horsefly. And go out there and get that money. Provide for your family. Make some babies. Buy some land. Stack that cash. Turn it into whatever the fuck. Nobody's got the recipe. Some people say gold and silver. Some people say fucking Bitcoin. Some people say 401k. Some people say S&P. Do what you think's right. If you got a bunch of money, maybe do all of them. Peace.